So welcome to this week's episode where we're going to beat the heat. We are Erica and Davy, an adventurous, slightly crazy couple who has taken on the challenge that is a hurricane-damaged catamaran. We are travelers. Combined, we have traveled to over 50 countries, experienced amazing cultures, and we cannot wait to explore more on our boat. We are still the world's slowest power cat right now until we can find the perfect rig for Barefoot. Subscribe to our channel to follow our journey. Take a chance. You never know how perfect something may turn out to be. So what do I say when I mean beat the heat? As you've seen in previous episodes, we've tried different things covering the windows to make it less warm inside Barefoot. Obviously we live in warm climates. We are in the Dominican Republic right now. We've spent the last 2 hurricane seasons in the Bahamas. We like warm places, but it can make the interior of the boat very hot. So what we have now, sorry for the mess. Our new dog just got fixed, so we got some stuff everywhere. So we have these car shields that we got in the Bahamas last year to try and keep the interior of the boat cooler. They work a little bit, but they also make it very difficult to see outside. And being on a catamaran, we like having the view. It's kind of one of the nice things about being on a catamaran is you can see out when you're inside the boat. So what is our solution?
Have a bit of fun with the product that we've now got on board. So we are sponsored. Company's called ezsnap, and they reckon they've got a solution which is going to work better for us. And to be honest, I really hope it does.
I'm super excited to try this product. It is a fabric material that goes on the outside of the windows using ezsnap technology, and it claims it can reduce the heat of inside the vessel or inside your house by 15 degrees. I don't know if it's gonna make that much of a difference here on boat life, but I would love it if it does. So we're gonna do a bit of a review on it and see how it works.
If you remember back a few videos, we actually put on, it's kind of hard to see it, we put on this kind of perforated plastic, which means you can see out. People can't see in so much, but they can sort of kind of see in a little bit. This one here, we've taken it off already, done the same on the other side. And to be honest, with this stuff that we put on the perforated, I accidentally splashed, because this is my workstation, the cockpit table obviously. I accidentally splashed some acetone and I wiped it and it just took all the color off. So that wasn't fantastic. We've been living with that for a year. So I think it's about time to spruce up the boat a bit and try a different product. So this new product, I'm gonna show you how to put it on. But first I think I'm gonna give it a go. So I'm gonna strip all this lot down, clean it up, and then let's have a look and see how good it is. Let's see, we've got some cleaning to do behind there. Bit of dirt build up. That's not good. You can never see it with this stuff on. Anyway, I'm going to strip it all down, see what happens, and then I'll give it a clean up, and then let's show you how to install this new stuff. Alright, so the back doors, they're all cleaned up. It came off the glass a lot easier than it did off the perspex. I've also gone around the side here. Sorry it's a bit windy. These guys are definitely going to need a bit of a clean up. But anyway, that's coming off. It's come off all the way around the front. Erica had already done the front big ones, but the 2 small ones I've just done now. Everything's going to need a scrub, so I think, to be honest, Erica's not here. She's busy working. But I might get her to give me a hand to give this a clean later on. Just one left to go, and that is the Barefoot Travels on the side here. To be honest, I liked having it on there, but I'm more interested in seeing a better product that maybe can do this. So fingers crossed this is the stuff. Alrighty, so getting back at it, back for the ready installation of the ezsnap window coverings. So what we've done so far is we've given everything a good clean. So these windows here, we've removed that film that was on there. I've given them a good wash and a clean a couple of times, and now this area is very close to being ready. But what we have to do is we have to use a primer to go underneath the little sticky pads. So let me find a little sticky pad for you and I can show you that part. Alright, so these are the parts for the installation. This is the part that sticks to the window. It's got its own little 3M glue sticky pad on the back. And these are the caps that go on top of it. So these join on. I'll show you those as we put them on. And this is a little primer stick that you put on before you attach this to whether it be the PVC window or the glass window. So one of the parts about this being is the primer stick only lasts about 10 minutes. So once you crack it in the middle, basically, you mix two chemicals together, give it a shake, you only got about 10 minutes. So preparation is kind of key here. So as you can see from the clean window here, on this side, what I've done is I've laid out some tape. So I'm gonna know where I'm gonna put each of the pieces of primer. So while I go through it and put the little dots of primer on, then we'll be able to find out actually where it's going to go. There is actually a little template as well, which I haven't got in my hand. I think Erica's going to get it. There she is. There's a little template here so that I can push it up like that and you get the right amount of primer in each little spot. So that's another good little feature that comes with it. So that's the next step. I've got this far, so I say, why don't you do this one with me? And then after that, I'll buzz around the rest of the boat. It's going to take a while, I think. I'll buzz around the rest of the boat and put all these things on, and then we'll come back to it once we have got all of the clips in place. We can start to think about pulling out the material, which has come pre-templated to roll, but we're shown exactly where to cut it so we get the most out of the roller material itself. That's done for us on a computer program back in the factory. All right, so let's have a go at this primer. This is my first time doing this, and I thought I'd cut back in here because I just put the bits of tape on without having this little template. So instead of, I've had to move a few bits of tape because what we want to do is get that up against the window there so we get a nice even spaces of where they're actually going to be. My tape was a bit close in, so I've just been around and moved it. Also, if you read the instructions, there is different spacings for the little fasteners themselves. Basically, you don't want them over 10 inches apart from each other. 10 inches, that's about that big, isn't it? So we all right, so you don't want them bigger than about 10 inches. In high wind area, 5 inches. Also, I've spoken to the guys at the factory, and what they suggest is 2 up in the corners. Now, this being a square window in a low wind area, I've gone with just the 1 in the top corners. Bit of an experiment. I've gone off grid a little bit there, but on the more rounded windows where I've got the curvature here, where obviously I can't get one out as far, so I've gone with what they suggest in the factory here, which is putting 2 out in the corners. So now I've checked my tape's in the right place, I've got my template and I've got my primer ready. I've got to wipe all of these areas with an alcohol wipe first. So I'm going to get a bottle of alcohol and a clean rag and just give them a quick wipe over, and then we'll get that primer clicks off and ready to use. Again, don't want to be doing that until I know I'm 100% ready, because we've got a few of the primer pens. They sent us quite a bag of them, but I want to make sure we've got enough.
I am so excited to see how this turns out. I bet it's going to be so much better than before. All right, you ready to do this primer?
How many we got? We got 2, 4, we got 6 primers. So what I also decided to do here, guys, I was just going to do the one side with you guys, but I've decided, wait a minute, I want to know how far the primer goes, and I don't want to end up wasting any. So I've decided to do this big area here, so I can crack one at a time. If I need a second one, that's fine, but I'll also know then how many primers I'm going to need for the rest of the windows around. The clips, we've got loads of this, and there's plenty of extra clips. So let's just see how far that primer actually gets. Are we ready?
I don't know, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
How long are we supposed to shake it for? I haven't got my glasses, I can't see nothing. So shake the...
Shake the pen well before using. Squeeze the pen 1 inch in from the foam applicator.
What's the definition of well?
I don't know, that's probably well.
Is that well enough?
I think that's well enough.
I'd say that's probably good, eh? All right, 1 inch from the top of the bottom.
From the foam applicator to release the primer.
It's about there. Oh.
Once the primer has been saturated, the foam tip will apply a thin uniform coating to the surface using the cutout above as a guide.
I need that. There's my cutout.
All right, go, go, go. So we got the one that goes on the window. Is anything coming out?
Yeah.
So we got the ones that go on the window. They also have a variety that goes onto the fiberglass, and you can cut it out, or you can use a screw, unscrew it in. For our setup, I believe the gluing onto the window is the best bet. So the primer is key though. Ooh. That little cutout really helps, eh?
That really does, yeah, I like this. I mean, this isn't an exact science. I don't have to be. They're all black. The clips are black. The screen is black. So even if something's off by a millimetre or two, you're not going to notice. So I didn't go crazy with a tape measure.
Sorry, Fox. You're locked inside. So it's just on the doors that you're doing one in the corner?
Yeah, because these are square in a low wind area.
That's going against the advice we were given.
It doesn't even look like it comes out on the glass. Does it run out?
No, it's there. I see it. I see it. I see it. Sorry, I'm looking at what you're doing. I'm not looking at the camera screen. Sorry, guys. Also, while Davy's doing some of this primer here, we are going to be going live tomorrow, Sunday the 14th at 4:30 p.m. with a couple other of the YouTube channels here in Lupron. We're doing a event to raise money for Grenada. Obviously, Hurricane Beryl has just gone through Grenada and devastated the Northern Islands as well as the Grenadines. So we're doing a fundraising event to try and raise as much money as possible to help Grenada. It's a program called Rise Grenada. I'll put the link in the description below.
I think it's done.
I see it on this. Can you see it there? No.
Just yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's getting less, that's for sure.
Yeah. Keep going.
So I've done that one. I haven't done this door. You need to remember, I haven't done this door.
Oof. So with this stuff as well, we can put the glue on, and as long as it's dry in there, then we can stick the stickies on. Sorry, Foxo. Sorry, Fox. Do you want to come outside? Hey, Fox. Where's your sister? In case you've missed it, we got a second one. Oof, oof. Oof, oof.
I think we need another pen.
Alright.
But that's right, so we've still got a door and a half a window to go.
Yeah.
So.
Are we going to have enough for all the windows up front?
Yeah, I'd say we probably do, just about.
Just. I don't think you shook that one as long as you shook the other one. I think.
It's really hard to see on the glass.
Yeah, I see it.
Luckily we got the tape marks, because that shows me where we're at anyway. Alright, that's it. So we've used 2 of 6. And we have... It's going to be close.
Yeah.
Going to be close.
Make sure you do corners.
Yep. Alright. Let's leave it there for a sec. Sticking a little sticker thing on.
Sticking part 1 on.
This is the patented technology. So they all need.
I'm really intrigued. Oh, that wasn't quite on it.
That's good enough.
So we need 60 of these little dudes to go on the windows up front. There's 2 parts like Davy showed you. There's the part that sticks and then there's the pointy bit. So the pointy bit, it goes on there, so then when you push the fabric on, you can push the fabric over it and then you put a little cappity cap on it and it stays secured. The idea behind this as well is you can actually take off the spiky bit. The sticky bit stays on the window, but you can actually take the fabric off if you want to do cleaning or store it or whatever. So you can actually get that spiky bit off of there.
Sticky bit that sticks on the window. This permanently stays on the window basically. And the idea is, so this part here clips on. Fabric goes in the middle. Look here, we've got a perfect little piece of fabric here. Let's do the experiment. That pushes through and then you push this one on the top.
Oh, hang on. I wasn't filming that. Sorry.
It is releasable, so I can do it again. You've got the window part here and the little push on. Now this little push on here, once you've got the fabric on it, it has a cap. So the fabric basically goes between the two, just using a bit of tissue paper, isn't it, as an example, and that clips together. And then when you want to be able to take it off the window, basically by pulling the fabric, obviously pulling the tissue is not going to help very much, but just by pulling on this part will come off, and you have a little tool that comes with it. So you can actually remove the covers, but that part stays on the material. So all these are in the same position and they're there. So you can just literally clip on and off to the window with your fabric. So for cleaning the boat, that sort of stuff. That's the idea of it. So
the idea.
That's the idea. And these are releasable. Erica says they're not, but they are, because they have a little...
So I have to say as well, guys, I'm sorry there wasn't a video last week. I've been recovering from dengue fever. It actually wasn't that bad. Papaya leaf extract is a lifesaver. So make sure you get some of that. Davy's been great taking care of me. And we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming.
She's the world's worst patient, I can tell you that much. We'll leave it there. Love you, babe.
So papaya leaf extract is a good cure for dengue fever. Davy has this potion after living in Thailand for 6 years. He learned this from the locals.
It's a jungle medicine, basically. So if you get dengue fever, there's not a lot anyone can do for you, hospital or anything else. You can get an IV drip. They'll give you paracetamol and they'll tell you you'll be all right in 10 days. Either that or you'll be dead. But that's basically what they do for you in pretty much every hospital around the world. But after living in Thailand for 6 years of my life, I was more with the locals and local Thai friends and stuff, and there is a remedy for this, and it is papaya leaf extract. So you have to pick the leaves, the big leaves from the papaya plant. You don't want the papaya or the stem, just the leaves, and you have to find a way to crush and squeeze out the juice. You want to filter all the bits, the hard bits, and the the fibers and stuff out. You just want the juice. It's one of the world's worst tasting things you'll ever get, but Erica, does it work?
Yes, so it knocks it down from like a 10-day virus thing to like 3 days of still you feel like crap, but
you're up and about.
But you're better. I mean, today's day 4 and I'm like normal again. So I mean, it's kind of a miracle potion, I'd say. There's been a lot of people who've been getting it around here, so I'm glad that it's been mild for me, but we are sharing our potion with others, so...
Hey, maybe we need to patent it and make millions. Let's go into the pharmaceutical business, because there's no money in YouTube.
Yeah. So it's a little bit windy! I don't think we'll be able to do the actual material today!
It's not quite, it is windy, it's blowing about 20, but Erica made that sound like we were in the middle of a hurricane. But I do agree with Erica. I think what we're going to do is we're going to, actually it says in the instructions as well, that once you've done these guys, it's kind of a good idea, even though when we spoke to the manufacturer, they said don't worry about it too much because the primer is very, very good. But it does say in the instructions, you could leave them overnight just to make sure that glue is cured, especially if it's windy, I suppose, in conditions like this. So that once the fabric's on, it doesn't pull or dislodge any of these guys. Yeah. So we're getting close. And I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna get these ones on, and then that one hasn't got a sticky thing on it. God damn it. We're getting close now, so I reckon what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave it here, guys. Come back next week to see what the final look is when we actually cut these, and we'll do some drone shots as well and show you the difference from inside outside. So thanks for following this week. Hope you had a great week, and don't forget, Sunday you need to come and support us to look after these guys down in the Caribbean islands that need to raise a bit of money to get some roofs back on their houses, get some of the businesses back up and running, and support those sailing communities that look after us when we go to see them. Thanks, guys.